Welcome to the opening week of baseball presented by Burger King. And here we are now 5 games into the season, and the Twins are still looking for their first win. It's game 2 between the Twins and the Los Angeles Angels, and the Twins know that it's time to start scoring some runs and start winning some ball games. Dick and Bert with you from Target Field. Glad you're with us for Twins baseball tonight. So much focus has been put on the lineup's inability to produce runs. Let's turn instead to the starting pitching, and while not dominant, in most of the cases, the starting pitching has kept the Twins in the game.
Yeah, good matchup here tonight with Pavano and Weaver, but you look at the starting staff of the Twins. Pavano started off in Baltimore. Twins lost 4-2, but really other than Liriano, who had that tough outing in Baltimore, all the other starters pitched well. We saw Blackburn pitch here on Monday, and I thought he pitched better than his numbers. For Carl Pavano, he does. This guy executes his pitches. He's a battler. Now, even though he says he did not have his best stuff on opening day, he still was able to go 7 innings. He battled and kept the club in a game where in the bottom or top of the 9th inning, Twins had a chance to come back and hopefully tie, maybe win that ball game.
Still, the key is to score some runs, and the toughest challenge yet in this young season for the Twins, because tonight they have to go against one of the best pitchers in the American League.
Yeah, Jarrett Weaver is a very good pitcher. Weaver, in his last outing, his opening day debut against the Kansas City Royals, 8 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts, no walks.
So we'll see if the lineup can break through against Jarrett Weaver. Maybe score first. Not only have the Twins not won a ball game, they have not had a lead. We'll talk about some of the newer Twins and the impact they've had when we come back.
North is brought to you by your local Northland Ford dealers. Visit your local Northland Ford dealer or go to northlandford.com. By Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
A chilly but beautiful night at Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Twins getting set to take on the Angels in game number 2 of this 3-game set, and obviously it's just game number 5. Some familiar faces are gone from that Twins lineup that you used to watch in the last couple of seasons, with some new additions. And one of the cool places to take a look at some of the numbers is out in the outfield. Where gone is Michael Kadire, and in is Josh Willingham. And you take a look at what these players have done as recently as last year. You can see the average for Kadire a little bit higher, but the home run power for Willingham is there. And check out the RBIs. Willingham just short of 100. Earlier today, we caught up with the manager, Ron Gardner, and asked him about his new left fielder.
Drive a baseball as advertised. You see him, one of these guys can pull the fire out of the ball, and he did it in Baltimore, and he's done it here, and hopefully he'll hit a whole bunch more, and we'll start winning these games too.
Willingham will be tested for class tonight. He goes up against one of the good ones in Jared Weaver. Carl Pavano, the ace for the Twins, gets the ball. First pitch is next. Ready to go, John?
Twins and Ron Gardenhire were hoping for. Much of the blame for Minnesota's forgettable first 4 games has been their frigid bats. Runs have been hard to come by, and things will not get any easier tonight against the Angels ace. Can Carl Pavano match the Halos hurler and get the Twins their first win of the season? Find out next on Fox Sports North. And as was mentioned before, cool, but a very pleasant evening here tonight. Not a cloud in the sky. And it's time for the Twins to win a ball game. I think everyone on the Minnesota side of things anyway would agree.
Yeah, the offense has sputtered a little bit, but, you just come out to the ballpark. These guys had, I think, an important day off yesterday, Dick, just to relax, get away from the ballpark and, regroup a little bit, even though it's only 4 games into the season.
As important as the day yesterday might have been, it's the 24 hours ahead that might prove critical for the Twins with a noon game tomorrow. A couple of very important ball games here. Game time temperature 50 degrees, humidity 35%. Frost likely again tonight. I know you were out again last night covering your plants, making sure that they weren't frozen overnight. And Joe Mauer back behind the plate for the 5th game of the year. He caught 2 games, then played at first 2 games. And the Twins take the field. The Angels had a tough opening series, losing 2 out of 3 to the Royals in Anaheim, and now are hoping to get above the 500 mark with a win here tonight. Mike Scioscia's Menard's batting order has Eric Ibar leading things off. Howie Kendrick second, Albert Pujols third. Middle of the lineup, Morales, Hunter, and Wells, and then Callaspo, Iannetta, and Borges.
And on the mound, it will be Carl Pavano. Pavano making his second start. He pitched well in his first start against the Baltimore Orioles. He ended up losing that ball game 4-2 to Jake Heredia. But Pavano has, in his past, has pitched pretty good against the Angels. 4-2 in his career, making his 8th career start against the Los Angeles Angels.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Josh Willingham and left, and Art Span in center, Riot Doman over in right field. Valencia, Carroll, Posea, and Parmalee around the infield. Mauer behind the plate. Ron Gardenhire coming back with his opening day lineup that he had Friday in Baltimore, hoping for a win here in tonight's game. And before Pavano throws his first official pitch, for those of you who don't know, the Twins starting pitching ranks became thinner today with the news that Scott Baker is going to have season-ending elbow surgery. It is not the Tommy John surgery. It's a different surgery, but nevertheless, Scott won't be pitching for the Twins this year. And our Sanford Health Injury Report, we hear from Scott himself as to what life will be like for Scott Baker.
You know, Dr. Alltrek's a straight shooter, and he said this is something that's not going to repair itself. It's not going to cure itself, and you know, something that needs to be taken care of. So, you know, fortunately, he said the ligament looked great. So, I mean, I guess in a way, as bad as this is, you know, the flexor pronator tendon is what needs to be repaired. So, nobody hates us more than me. So it's tough.
That is tough for Scott Baker. You know, he was a battler, and you know, I'm happy for him. I'm sad for him, and I'm happy for him because now he knows what it is and get it corrected so he can go on with his career.
Slug bunt attempt by Ibar, and he flips it foul, 1 strike. Surgery will be done soon. We don't know for sure when, and then the recovery time 6 months. So maybe even a little more pressure on Carl Pavano and the rest of the Twin starters to help right the ship inside 1-1.
Well, keep an eye on Pavano because he is all about execution. So add and subtract, and then see what kind of stuff he has tonight. Now, he did walk J.J. Hardy in his opening day assignment in Baltimore, and then Markakis hit that 2-run home run off of Pavano. Hopefully that does not happen here. Pavano, very good control, hardly walks anybody.
Ibar rolls up on foul. It's 1-2. And of note to pay attention tonight, Pavano's velocity. He had a hard time consistently getting the ball over the mid-80 mark. That last fastball clocked at 87 on the stadium gun here. So Pavano said he's not the least bit concerned. Typically early in the season he isn't able to really get it up there near 90 miles per hour. Here's a fastball popped up near the Twins dugout, and Parmalee over for a look, and it's on the roof.
Well, watch Joe Mauer move for Pavano here tonight. That fastball, they wanted to go in a little bit, and Ibar just got underneath it.
Did you find that coming out of spring training that, let's say you threw 92, 93, that in the first few starts of the year you weren't quite there yet?
Oh, yeah, because of the cooler weather, too. Even though, you know, you maybe pitched 25, 30 innings in spring training, your arm is just not as strong yet. But Pavano has that great changeup, and then he'll mix in a breaking ball. More of a slider than a curveball.
2-2 to Ibar.
Not a strikeout pitcher. They can put it in play, hopefully on the ground.
To
like
Valencia,
that.
to Hopper. And first out of the game.
Changing speeds. Keep that hitter off balance. That's what Pavano's all about.
So 1 down, and that'll bring up Howie Kendrick. Kendrick off to a good start. There are some hitters in this Angel lineup, as talented as they are, that they too are off to slow starts, and you tend to focus on the local team, of course. The Twins struggling to get hits and score runs, but other teams are going through it too. The Indians have struggled. Royals have struggled. Royals have maybe one of the better young hitting lineups in all of baseball, and they've had a tough time scoring runs. Kendrick swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
It's strike one. That's what Pavano was able to do. Joe Mauer working the outer half of the plate. Kendrick swinging through a fastball away. Now Pavano ahead in the count. He had only one strikeout against the Orioles in his debut.
1-2.
And that's what you can do right there, what he did right there. See how much home plate umpire tonight. It's Tom Hallion behind the plate. How much he'll give you. So you try to make that plate a little bit bigger, especially when you're ahead in the count.
And it was the opinion of both Jake Arrieta and Carl Pavano after the game last Friday in Baltimore that Tim Cheetah, the umpire, had a tighter strike zone than maybe what Tom Hallion will give both pitchers here tonight.
Yeah, you never know.
Off the knuckles, fouled away.
See, a couple pitches away that he missed. Then he went fastball in. Kendrick maybe reaching and looking out there, kind of jammed himself to hit it foul. I always look going into a ball game, Dick. It was if I get through the first 2 or 3 innings, then I would have an idea what that umpire is going to give me. If he's going to give me a little bit more inside or outside.
Long look into Mauer. Now he's set. And a full count, and probably after 2-3 innings, you've got a better handle about what you brought to the mound that night.
And that's what Pavano did so well on opening night. He did give up the 2-run home run, but then he settled down nicely and got into the 7th inning.
Dozen pitches already for Pavano. He'd like to retire Kendrick here. Driven to right. Domit retreating on the warning track makes the catch out, number 2. You mentioned it in Baltimore. The Orioles hit a couple of opposite field home runs. Now the Twins are back home. The pitchers know it's very difficult for any hitter to hit one to the opposite field. Looked like Kendrick got pretty good wood on that ball and it just died on the warning track.
Yeah, you saw the numbers right there where Pavano ranks with innings pitched since he was a Twin or has been a Twin since 2010. He's right there in the top 7 or 8.
Strike on the outside corner to Pujols, who hit 4 ground balls to Danny Valencia in the home opener on Monday.
So Danny, be ready.
And strike 2. Chop foul toward in fact, into the Angel dugout.
Took a little off something right there. Pujols a little out front. Pujols 2 for 9 lifetime against Pavano. Standing right in top of that plate.
And a foul tip. The at bat still alive. How much of an adjustment will it take, do you think, for Pujols to adapt to a new league, a new team?
I don't think very long, Dick, because of interleague play. You know, he's seen some of these pitchers already through interleague play.
Two strikes. This time a busted bat roller to Carroll at short.
Good pitch. Fastball in.
Good inning for Carl Pavano. A 1-2-3 first.
through everything for the 11th time as manager of the Twins. Here's Menard's batting order tonight, just like it was on opening day. That means Span, Carroll, and Mauer, Morneau, Willingham, and Domet, Valencia, Parmelee, and Casilla.
And on the mound for the Angels, Jarrett Weaver, opening day starter against the Royals for the Angels, a 5-0 winner, 8 shutout innings. This guy has been tough and very, very good pitcher.
Typically gets off to a good start. He certainly did this year with 8 shutout innings. Last year, he had 6 starts through April. There was 1 on March 31st, but he started the year last year 6-0. So that's what you call getting out of the gates quickly. Here's Span. See if the Twins can do that against him tonight. Drifts outside, ball 1.
Weaver has 4 very good pitches. A fastball that he throws, a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer. Hard slider, curveball, and a changeup. Guy that throws across his body, but he's got such long arms. He's still able to get that arm in front and really whip that ball through toward the strike zone. Weaver at 6-7.
A belt high strike, 2-1. One thing you have to be impressed with, Angels knew that he was going to be a good one when they drafted him. Didn't spend much time in the minor leagues. 2-2. His earned run average has dropped by more than half a run in each of the last 3 years. So he is approaching the prime of his career, and statistically he's getting better every year.
Yeah, 83 wins, only 47 losses.
Up high, and it's a full count.
In his career, this is his 179th major league start, his 11th career start against the Twins. He's 5-2, but the Twins have been able to beat him twice, the 5-2 mark, here in Minnesota, once in 2008 and once a couple years ago.
Foul back, peeling the mask off Iannetta.
Dick, I'm sure you remember that ball game last year where Weaver started against Anthony Swarzak, and what a pitching duel it was. Weaver 9 shutout innings. Swarzak took a no-hitter into the 8th inning. Twins ended up winning that ball game 1-0 in 10 innings, thanks to Danny Valencia's bases loaded base hit.
Full count again to Span. Lifted foul and out of play.
Good at bat right here so far, Denard Span. Make Weaver throw some pitches. 7 so far in this at bat.
And Weaver didn't walk many. He just missed high with that pitch. And Span draws a leadoff walk. He earned that one. Northland 4 defense for the Angels. Vernon Wells in left. Borges can fly in center. He has supplanted Hunter as the center fielder. Hunter now in right. Callaspo at third. Ibar Kendrick up the middle. Pujols at first. And one of the newest Angels, Iannetta, behind the plate.
Well, not missing by much. Again, Tom Hallion, a home plate umpire, says that's a little high, I guess.
Here's Carroll looking for his first hit. Here's a bouncer to third. Bobbled. It's a foul ball. Home plate umpire Tom Hallion said it was foul. So it's just a strike. Twins almost took advantage of an Angel error there in the first inning.
Callaspo came running in to try to get this ball before it went foul. Watch him right there playing shallow, take away the bunt. We'll see where he gets that ball in foul territory. And that's the home plate umpire's call right there. As long as the ball doesn't go past the third base bag, it's the home plate umpire's call. Anything on this side of the third base bag.
Carroll again hoping to pick up his first hit of the regular season. That's to the right field corner. And foul by a couple of feet. Roy Smalley, Weaver, one of the toughest pitchers in the American League, with a kind of an unorthodox delivery.
He does have an unorthodox delivery, Dick, but what's most significant, he's got 4 great pitches, big league stuff. As a hitter, when you go up there against a guy like this, you have to pick a side of the plate and you have to pick a speed. You can't hit every pitch on all over the plate. So pick inside and hard or outside and soft, whatever it is, you got to get your pitch and then don't miss it because you're only going to get one at time at bat.
Probably don't want to be up there with an 0-2 count either, and Farrell strikes out, one away.
A good hard slider down and away.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Bert. When you get 2 strikes against this guy, then you, as a hitter, you just got to battle your rear end off because he can throw anything.
He has such good downward plane. You see that right there. Even though he throws across his body, you saw that ball just keep sweeping away. And Carroll maybe swung at a pitch out of the strike zone, but my goodness, that ball had some great break on it.
So now Mauer with Span still at first after the leadoff single. We'll see if Mauer can take a step toward getting the Twins their first lead. Span reaching on a leadoff walk. There's strike one. Couple of hits for Mauer.
Mauer 6 for 19 lifetime against Weaver.
Double play ball. And Ibar steps on the bag, and the Twins can't do anything with the leadoff walk, sending just 3 men to the plate.
Early on between the Angels and the Twins. New players and new food options. And guys, I found something pretty special just over my right shoulder above section 101 right by the right field foul pole. My favorite new stand. This is where you get the giant baked potato. 4 options tonight. I have gone with the taco version, which includes ground beef, lots of cheese, salsa, and sour cream. And it's not for the faint of heart. This thing's as big as a dog's head, and this thing is very pungent. I mean, this thing smells so good. So, guys, I'm done talking. It's time to eat dinner. Enjoy the game.
Wow.
And all of that with less than 250 calories. How did they do that?
Good luck, Kevin. The last time we talked to him today.
Kendrys Morales will lead things off in the second. And a changeup floats over strike one. Morales, Hunter, and Wells. You look at the Angel lineup, and one of the reasons they're expected to score a lot of runs and do well, maybe get back to the playoffs for the first time in 3 years, it isn't just the acquisition of Albert Pujols. Before he got hurt, Kendrys Morales was their best hitter and top run producer, and they've got him back too.
Yeah, Morales, of course, missed the last couple of years because of that ankle, but when he was healthy in 2009, he had 306. 34 home runs. He drove in 108 runs. A switch hitter, power from both sides of the plate.
The big question is, will he be able to withstand the full season? He on Saturday got 4 hits, spent a lot of time on the bases, and said his ankle feels just fine. 1-2. can see the shield on his front leg. For those of you who don't remember, he severely broke the ankle stomping on home plate after a game-ending grand slam. 2-2. Roll to the right side. Casilla spins and fires, makes the throw to permanently one away.
Boy, if you're watching that at bat right there, Pavano, both sides of the plate, took a little off on a good pitch down and away to create that ground ball out. Key to Pavano, get strike one on each hitter first if you can. 4 for 4 in that department. Get strike one.
Torrey Hunter last year drove in his 1,000th career run, most of them, of course, in a Twins uniform. He's now in the last year of his deal with the Angels, and he still thought of quite fondly here by Twins fans.
11 seasons Torrey Hunter wore a Twins uniform, and Pavano 2 good fastballs down and away.
But I think we've already seen what we wondered about before. A little bit more generous a strike zone than he had Friday in Baltimore.
Bauer again sitting outside, going a little further.
And another one down and away. 2-2.
All 4 pitches. 1 and 2 right on top of each other. Perfect pitches.
Well, he kind of went at Pujols the same way and then came inside and got a broken bat roller to short.
And that's the way Pavano works. So you have to work both sides of the plate. He's not afraid to go inside.
Left a pitch up and Hunter fouled it back.
That slider a little bit, so Torrey got a piece of that. Hey, we'd like to say our best wishes to Sergeant Robert Diesel. He was supposed to be at the game here tonight. He's currently in hospice battling cancer. Our prayers go out to you and your family.
2-2, and Hunter asks for time and gets out of the box. A ground ball hit to Carroll. 2 down. So far in the game, 4 ground ball outs and a deep fly ball to right, and a good start for Pavano. That'll bring up Vernon Wells.
I'll tell you, Dick, when your offense is not scoring a lot of runs as a pitcher, you want to go out there and put zeros up early, and hopefully Pavano can do that for the first 4 or 5 innings, maybe deeper.
Wells had a very disappointing year last year in his first with the Angels, and this year's gotten off to a slow start. Fastball with Pavano taking a different approach so far, going after Vernon Wells.
Yeah, 6 for 6 as far as getting strike one. Wells last year, the power was there, 25 home runs, but he hit only 218. 131 games.
When he was with Toronto, he had kind of those whipsaw seasons with Toronto. You know, he'd have a really good year, and then a couple of years weren't so good, and then he had another really good year, and the Blue Jays ended up dealing him to the Angels. Ground ball, and Valencia gets another chance. 15 pitches, 3 ground ball outs, and another 1-2-3 inning for Pavano.
hit balls out of target field like it was nothing here last year with the A's, this year with the Twins. This man is strong, and left field and target field will not hold him, guys.
Thank you, Roy. Strike one to Justin Morneau. Willingham will hit behind Morneau and in front of Ryan Doman. Up around the hands, 1-1. Morneau hitting over 300 with some doubles.
Fastball inside, Justin backing away.
And Iannetta setting up inside again, and Weaver hit the corner, 1-2. Curve, fouled straight back. Might have hung one.
I think that's what Roy was talking about. You get a pitch, you know, and you don't want to miss it. It looked like Weaver left the breaking ball up, and Justin, good swing at it, but this foul is straight back. Right there. See that? Just got underneath it.
Bert, I think that was set up by the two fastballs in under his hands, too.
And he hits the outside corner. Morneau's called out on strikes, 1 away.
Yeah, that's one of the 4 nasty pitches that Roy was talking about that Weaver displays out on that mound, like a little cutter that caught the outer half of the plate. A little bit outside, says the Fox track, but you hit your spots, and that's how you expand that plate. Weaver picking up his second strikeout.
Here's Willingham.
Guys, I was talking out of the break about target field not being able to hold this guy. We've heard a lot about how big target field is, but it's not that big to straightaway left from the gap to the line, and that's where he likes to hit the ball.
Breaking ball and a strike, 1-1.
So a big, strong guy that has power to his pull field. Target field's going to be okay for him, I think. You hit 15 home runs in his home ballpark of Oakland last year, and there's not a whole lot of ballparks that are going to hold you.
Yeah, that's a lot of home runs in Oakland, especially during the summertime when it's so damp there, Roy, that the ball just doesn't seem to carry.
You bet. I hated hitting there at night in the summertime. It seemed like it took a cannon to get the ball out of there, but that's what this guy is. He's a big cannon.
Inside, and he should benefit playing his home games here because we don't have nearly as much foul territory here as they have.
You gotta love the foul territory in Oakland. There's no foul territory here.
Very little. 2-1 to Willingham. And up high, 3-1. Doman on deck.
Willingham 2 for 9 lifetime against Weaver. We're with their meetings, and one of the 2 hits, a home run.
Bouncer to short, and Ibar gobbles it up. And 2 down. That'll bring up Doman. And today here at Target Field, the annual Twins Welcome Home Luncheon. It's my pleasure to MC that again this year. Everyone in attendance. The starting pitcher that particular night is excused. That meant Carl Pavano was the only Twins player not in attendance today. And it's a joint effort between the 2 chambers of commerce, Minneapolis and St. Paul. Here's Doman. Slow breaking ball hitting the corner. Strike 1. Doman in right field with Maurer behind the plate. Doman caught a couple of games. Picks up high, 1-1.
Doman has never faced Weaver. Who has the advantage? Probably Weaver if he makes his pitches. Like Roy said, he makes a mistake. Hopefully Doman can jump all over it. Going inside.
We've seen Weaver walk one man, fall behind a few others, including Doman. Now it's 2-1. 26 pitches, 16 strikes. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
That took something off that. That's one thing that Weaver has in his his repertoire, he's got a very good changeup. He'll back a changeup to a changeup, almost like Frank Viola used to.
Got him. A couple of called third strikes in the inning, and the Twins go down 1-2-3 in the second. Our carsoup.com/baseball question tonight. Mike Saunders from Apple Valley wondering, as a pitcher, does the pressure to perform increase when your team is mired in a losing streak?
Yeah, I don't know if you call it pressure. I think it's more determination to put some zeros on the board, and hopefully the team can finally come out of this little mini slump that they're in, Dick. And but it's all, you want that. You want to go out there anyway. Your goal is to pitch a shutout and hopefully keep your club in the game.
Well, this is the first time so far this year where a Twins pitcher's thrown a pitch in the third inning not being behind on the scoreboard. So it's not just been runs, it's been early runs.
Yeah, but it's only been one or two. It hasn't been a big six or big crooked number.
A couple of off-speed pitches over for called strikes to Callaspo. Hooked, foul.
We saw Liam Hendricks sitting there. Good to see him back on the bench.
Said it was good to be back in Minnesota where the food is safe to eat.
As far as he knows.
Had some food poisoning in Baltimore. 2 strikes to Callaspo, Iannetta, and Borges will follow. In the dirt. 1-2.
Callaspo in his 3rd season with the Angels, his 7th major league season, came up with the Diamondbacks back in 2006. Also spent time with the Royals.
Fly ball left field, hit lazily out to Willingham. 1 down. Twins fans, you can get involved in our broadcast and let us know who you think will be the Arby's Value Player of the Game. Text the word value followed by a space in the player's name to short code 234234. I think fans understand that if the Twins are going to win a ball game and if they're going to beat Jared Weaver, their starting pitcher is going to have a whale of a ball game.
It's going to be a low scoring game if both pitchers do their job.
Fouled back by Iannetta. New to the Angels, as we said before, and why not? The Angels tried essentially 3 different catchers last year. Jeff Mathis, Hank Conger, Bobby Wilson. They combined to hit 192. Iannetta coming over from the Rockies with a better track record than that. The Twins went through that last year with Joe Mauer out of the lineup. The catching spot was kind of a black hole in the lineup, and the Angels went through it too.
Yeah, they had a lot of catchers that didn't have much power. You know, they traded Napoli away, and he's the one that had all the power. Great strike 3 right there, and Pavano picks up his first strikeout by shaving the corner down and away.
2 down. When you join the Twins season ticket family this year, you'll be hitting the sweet spot. 20 and 40 game packages are available, and you can get a package beginning at $220. Call 800-33-TWINS. Visit twinsbaseball.com. Check out the options and learn about the cool benefits that come along with Twins season tickets. And Pavano missing up and in, but it's a check swing and a foul, 1 strike.
Yeah, Pavano 9 for 9, getting strike 1. So in the first 9 batters he faced in the lineup. So doing a good job at getting ahead.
At an 87-mile-per-hour fastball, 2 strikes. And another good inning for Pavano. He finishes off the 3rd with a pair of strikeouts. He has a perfect first trip through the Angel lineup. On Fox Sports North is brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. By CenturyLink. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. Danny Valencia leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning. He'll be followed by Chris Parmelee and Alexi Casilla. Popped straight up in the air. The first pitch. All 4 infielders converged, and Kendrick makes the catch, and Valencia very quickly retired. And that'll bring up Chris Parmelee. Well, I think we have graphic proof of what you and Roy are talking about when you say a pitcher steps across his body. Look at where the front feet of Pavano.
Yeah, see, this is Weaver right here. Pavano's over there. So
that's it, from up here, at least 18 inches different where their front foot lands.
You know, sometimes pitching coaches would say, hey, you're throwing across your body. You know, you have to really, you know, try to open up a little bit more like Pavano. But Weaver has done that his whole career. And again, he's able to get over the top of his body to get that ball toward home plate. Even though he steps across his body, his upper torso is able to get over. Sometimes he's not recoiling. Watch his follow through. See that right leg come over the top.
Where Pavano steps toward home plate, Weaver, no exaggeration, he's stepping towards his dugout.
Well, you know, Francisco Liriano does that, but Liriano's momentum takes him over toward the third base bag, where Weaver, you know, what's what you want. I've always pictured guys like Brad Radke that really had that good follow through, that his arm came through and then the right leg followed your body, basically, and you're falling off toward first base.
3-1 to Parmelee. Loop to center. Borges flying in. Can't make the play. Parmelee has a hit. He'll hold up with the game's first hit. Just a little flare to right center field, and if Borges couldn't catch it, no one can.
A little bit off the end of the bat. That might have froze Borges just for a split second as the ball lands in front of him. Good effort by the center fielder. See, right off the end of the bat. And it's good to see a Twin get some ball in the air after so many ground ball outs the other day. Borges comes in, tries to shoestring the ball, but it ends up falling a little short. He's able to get it in his glove and keep the ball in front of him. First hit of the ball game for either side.
Here's Casilla. And he takes a strike. And another called strike, 0-2. Give you some idea where the Twins are at offensively. Just twice this year have they gotten so much as back-to-back hits. Up high, 1-2. And way too many times in situations like this, they've hit that ground ball at somebody for a double play.
Yeah, they've hit into 8 double plays already this year. Too many.
Swing and a miss, and Casilla's gone. 2 down.
And Weaver picks up strikeout number 4.
Set your compass due north on Fox Sports North. Join Bill Shirk and Laura Schara on the ultimate fishing adventure way up north to the Northwest Territories. Watch Due North Outdoors Thursday at 10 p.m. only on Fox Sports North. Here's Span, drew a leadoff walk, fouled off a couple of 2-strike pitches, and ended up being taken off the bases on one of those 8 double play balls. To left field, and Wells makes the catch to end the inning. The Twins get the first hit of the ball game. Scoreless after 3. On Fox Sports North is brought to you by Burger King, the proud sponsor of opening week baseball. Dick and Bert with you from Target Field. No scores. We go to the 4th inning, and Pavano's had a perfect first 3 innings so far. He'll get back to the top of the order, starting with Eric Ibar.
Well, again, Pavano able to get ahead in the count. 9 of 9 of the 9 batters get strike 1. So far, so good.
Nothing new for the Twins. I was so desperate to see runs scored. Yesterday, I went to a high school game in Becker, Minnesota, just to see some runs be scored. You know, and the Twins haven't scored any. I saw 12 runs.
Your
scored.
son pitched, right?
Well, yeah,
Eric?
yeah. I just wanted to see runs scored, though. Ball 1. Ibar hit a ground ball to third his first time up.
And did you see any?
Yeah, I saw 12 runs scored.
Okay. And did Eric's team win?
They didn't get more than half the runs. No.
Okay.
2-0. Pavano with a couple of strikeouts to end the third. Ibar will be followed by Kendrick and Pujols. There's a strike on the inside corner with Ibar ducking out of the way.
I think one thing I've seen Tom Hallion calling both sides of the plate. So a little generous strike zone, maybe. The ball to Justin Morneau that Weaver struck him out on might have been a little outside, but nothing wrong with an umpire that likes to call a strike.
That, in and of itself, does not make them a bad person.
Not at all. Tom Hallion, the crew chief here, been umpiring a long time.
2-2. Pavano's worked Ibar back to even the count at 2-2. And there's the first Angel hit. It comes leading off the 4th inning. And Ibar's aboard with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Howie Kendrick.
Hey, Roy, Pavano so far, I thought, that's about the only bad pitch he's made, just a fastball left up. He's been outstanding.
He really has, Bert, and you hit the nail on the head, throwing strike 1 to just about everybody, which is important for any pitcher, but especially to Carl. But what I've been so impressed with, standing down here next to the Twins dugout, watching him work in and out on each corner. When he's missed off the plate and not back over the plate. And then he's been able to change speeds off of that. We saw it before Ibar got that hit. Fastball in that Ibar backed away from, and then a breaking ball way out in front of because of that fastball in. Then he left the ball out over the middle of the plate. That was the only bad pitch. But, yeah, he's been great. In and out, back and forth. In and out, back and forth.
Yeah, this is really the first test, I think, right here because of who's on first base. Ibar, 30 stolen bases last year. This guy can downright fly. He can steal a lot of bases, and Pavano not the best of holding on runners.
Well, he's going to run. I guarantee you he's going to steal second base, try to this time up.
And Pavano misses with the first pitch to Kendrick.
Yeah, he tried a quick pitch right there, and ball down and away.
Kendrick looking at Dino Ebel, the third base coach. Mickey Hatcher, the former Twin, is longtime hitting coach for the Angels.
Pavano is not real quick at home, so what he has to do is hold it for a split second and let Ibar kind of hopefully lean one way or the other. Maybe you pick him off, but just try to change your timing of the pitch toward home plate.
If nothing else, maybe just get him a little flat-footed. Pavano working from the stretch for the first time. And a strike on the inside corner. Ibar took a couple of steps towards second, but then stopped.
Yeah, all you're trying to do right here, Steve Little looking at the signs that Evo gives, and then he'll flash those over to Joe Mauer. Possible pitch out. If Ibar maybe has I'm sure he's a runner that always has a green light, but maybe a hit and run put on.
There he goes, and the pitch fouled at the plate, 1-2.
Yeah, I was going to say all you're trying to do is just get Ibar to take off flat-footed if you can. That allows Joe Mauer maybe a split second to maybe make a good throw to throw him out. Ball fouled off, so Ibar will head back to first. Of course, Joe Mauer with an outstanding arm behind the plate.
Here's a good mental battle between the two managers trying to decide when Gardy's going to pitch out and when to send the runner.
Back to the mound. They've got a chance at second. And out. They're calling out at second. I don't know whether Carroll had a foot on the bag or not. The Twins got lucky there. The throw from Pavano sailed almost between Casilla and Carroll. They get the lead runner one down.
Yeah, Pavano a little upset, but you know what? With Ibar running, you know you have to get it over to Carroll quickly, and he's able to do that. A ball not hit hard enough right here to turn a double play because of Kendrick's speed. But to throw a little bit on the second base side, you can see that Carroll has the foot on the bag. Take a look right here. The throw off the mark, but Carroll leaping off the bag and catching the ball for the force out.
Terrific athletic play. Holy cow, the shortstop's the second best athletes on the field.
Well, you know what, Roy? One thing that, and we talk about it a lot, even though the pitchers are the best athlete, Roy, but you know, you never anticipate a good throw, do you? I mean,
especially not from a pitcher.
They pitch out and Kendrick doesn't go.
I mean, you have to be ready, even if it throws from first base or third base as a middle infielder. You can't expect every throw to be, say, chest high.
Yeah, really true. And Jamie Carroll did a great job of not assuming the ball was going to be perfect, and he was ready for a less than perfect throw and made a real good play on it.
Strike 1-1. See if Pavano could get Pujols to hit the ball on the ground again. Pujols has hit 5 ground balls to the left side in this series. 4 to Valencia on Monday. And then Pavano came inside, got a broken bat roller to Carroll to end the first inning. 1-1.
Well, the Angels like to run, and Kendrick, even though Ibar is not on the first base, Kendrick has good speed. 14 stolen bases. He's stolen 61 career stolen bases, but only caught 22 times. Got to pay attention to him.
Down and away, 2-1.
I think the only thing that would keep Kendrick on first base is this guy that's at home plate right now. Manager Mike Scioscia of the Angels probably thinking, I don't want to take any chances. Why am I running Kendrick to get him into scoring position when Pujols is at scoring position standing in the batter's box?
Yeah, and if you fall behind, you go ahead and walk him and hopefully set up the double play, because Pujols has already been told by some managers that, hey, we're going to, there's going to be times we're just going to walk you. Mike Scioscia in his 13th season as manager of the Angels. Good pitch, outer half of the plate. So Pavano working both sides of the plate to Pujols.
Twins have hit into enough double plays, more than enough. See if they can turn one here to get out of the 4th inning. Kendrick goes, and it's ball 3. There'll be no throw, and Kendrick steals with a head-first slide.
Everything changes with when you get 2 strikes. Then you give the runner a chance to go, because Pujols can't be quite as aggressive with 2 strikes.
Well, Kendrick getting a very good jump right there, and all Joe can do is just hold on to that ball. Now you do have first base open with the go ahead, or a runner at second base. See how the Twins go ahead and try to get Pujols out.
Full count to Pujols. Pulled foul.
Tried to go inside. Pujols hit it foul. That stolen base by the Angels, their first of the year.
First time either team has had a runner at second base. Angels trying to cash in after their leadoff single by Ibar. Hunter hoping for a chance here in the 4th. Another 3-2 to Pujols. ground ball toward third.
And another fastball inside, middle end. See Bauer sit inside. Good pitch off the plate inside.
It's not just where he stands, but with his stance. Pujols' hands are over the center of the plate, not the inside corner. But they're suspended, it seems, over the middle of the plate.
And he doesn't wear all the armor that some guys that stand that close wear.
Poke to left, a base hit. Kendrick will go to third. They're going to wave him in. Here comes Willingham's throw. And it's not in time. And now they got Pujols hung up between first and second. And they tag him for the third out, for the second out, I should say. So that's out number 2, but the first run of the game again tonight goes to the other guy.
Oh, it looked like Kendrick was going to hold up at third base, but the third base coach at the last second said, come on, let's go. Let's test the arm of Willingham right here. See, Kendrick kind of held up. Very close play at home, and that's what Pujols was thinking. Well, he's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and go, and you see the ball second hop to Joe Mauer, and they get Pujols in the rundown. Pujols picks up his second RBI of the year, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
Morales takes outside a ball.
And the reason they were able to hold Pujols there in between first and second is because Willingham threw the ball down where the cutoff man, Danny Valencia, could fake like he was cutting it off, and Pujols couldn't just automatically cruise into second. Pretty good fundamentals. If the throw had been a little more on the plate, they might have had a chance to get Kendrick at home since he hesitated. But at least they did hold the batter runner Pujols off of second base, and then ultimately got him in a rundown.
1-1 to Morales. 2-1. No stolen base pays off for the Angels with the first run of the game. Lifted to left, and Willingham retreats. On the track, boy, the ball carrying out to the warning track and almost to the fence. Angels now have a 1-0 lead. Anderson talking over the first 4 innings.
Yeah, I think it might be talking about that pitch to Pujols right there. They wanted it down a little bit. Pujols keeping those hands back and hit that line drive base hit. But Pujols done that many times.
Ball one to Jamie Carroll. Angels get the first run of the game after a leadoff single. The Twins are hoping to have that for a lot of reasons. For Jamie Carroll here in the bottom of the fourth, still looking for hit number 1, 0 for 14. 1-1. Carroll, Mauer, and Morneau in the Twins' fourth. And now high, 2-1. Kind of a pitcher where you mentioned last year Weaver started out 6 wins in his first 6 starts. Were you a quick starter annually?
Depends on how many runs they scored. That always helped.
There's his first hit, and it might be an extra base hit. Pulls it over the bag, and Carroll's got a double. So the Twins get an extra base hit to start the bottom of the fourth.
The quick hands right there. We'll see Carroll throughout the summer shoot the ball the other way, but that ball left up, and Carroll just hitting that ball sharply down that third baseline out of the reach of Cayaspo.
Off the end of the bat a little bit, a little top spin on it, but Jamie Carroll will take it. And we'll see what the Twins can do now with a leadoff extra base hit. Mauer hit a ground ball double play his first time up. Ball cuts the plate in half, strike one. Just off the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Weaver with 8 shutout innings under his belt in his 3rd straight opening day start for the Angels. Twins trying to get the first run allowed by him here in the 4th. Up and away, 2-1. Weaver from Southern California playing for his hometown team, and Mauer from Minnesota playing for his hometown team.
Weaver 29 years old, Mauer 28. Weaver in his 7th season with the Angels.
Sliced foul. 2-2.
Had a great year last year, 18-8 last year. Very good, 2.41 earned run average. 235, almost 236 innings. 2nd in the voting in the Cy Young Award behind Justin Verlander.
A distant second, but second nonetheless.
Yep.
Big at bat here for Mauer. Trying to get Carroll at least to third base. Trying to steal the inside corner and miss. 3-2. Morneau on deck.
Rotating that ball around. Picks up the sign.
And Mauer serves it to left center field. It'll tie the game. Mauer with a base hit, an RBI single, and just like that, the Twins have tied it up.
That looked like a changeup right there, and Mauer kept those hands back nicely and served it into left center. Yeah, off-speed pitch, good piece of hitting. Joe just going down and hitting it into left center. Carroll scores the tying run, and Mauer picking up his 2nd RBI of the year. Look at the hands and the eyes, concentration to be able to do that.
Here's Morneau. Fouled back, got a pitch up and fouled it back.
Guys, I can't tell you what a great swing and great at bat that was. Jared Weaver pounding Joe inside. He had to be impressed with that fastball inside, and yet 3-2, get a changeup down and away and still be able to stay back and hit it. That is great hitting, not just good hitting. That is great hitting.
1 strike to Morneau. And the pitch well out of the strike zone, 0-2. Got his first hit and eventually scoring the first run of the game. And a foul off the bat of Morneau. Morneau called out on strikes his first time up. A couple of doubles and a couple of singles so far on the season for the Twins DH. Twins have 2 home runs, both of those hit by Josh Willingham. And he goes after one head high and strikes out for the second time.
And Weaver picking up his 5th strikeout.
AT&T trivia. And the Twins are 0-4 on the season, but we're 4 for 4 in trivia questions. Mike Scioscia, the longest tenured American League manager, who is the longest tenured National League manager. Well, it's not Ozzie Guillen. There's a deep drive to left field into the 3rd deck, and Willingham has all 3 Twins home runs, and for the first time this year they have a lead.
Everybody on their feet here at Target Field. Willingham with his 3rd home run. He almost hit another one yesterday that hooked foul. And when he gets those strong hands out front and the barrel of the bat, you're just hoping it stays fair. Ball right down the middle. Willingham, almost like when he hit this, he almost did what he did yesterday. Hey, stay fair, stay fair. And it did.
That was hit a long ways. And the Twins have a 3-1 lead. Here's Dolman. Dolman takes down in the dirt, ball 1.
Hey, do I get a call for that?
Did you call it?
Well, a couple of innings ago I said this ballpark couldn't hold him. Doesn't that count?
Yeah, we'll give it to you, Roy. Congratulations.
Pulled to the right side. Pujols, very good fielding first baseman. Backhands it. Goes to the bag, 2 away.
That ball was mashed.
Can spend an upcoming weekend game in a suite at Target Field. Game day suites start at just $2,250. They're available for several weekend dates in April and May. Available suites accommodate at least 16 guests, and many options come with food and beverage included. Target Field Suites, great heated venues on those chilly nights. 833 Twins or www.twinsbaseball.com/groups for more details. And a strike to Valencia, 1-1. One and 2.
That's what Roy was talking about. Remember before the game about you face a guy like Weaver. You don't want to miss a pitch that he makes a mistake on. And that was a mistake pitch, and Willingham jumped all over it.
And Weaver gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, getting both Morneau and Valencia to chase high pitches. 3rd home run for Josh Willingham in just 17 at-bats at Target Field, and a big one in the 4th. Twins have mascot races here.
Oh, look at the fish. Wow.
And then I think eventually Louis the Loon, now in second place, is the winner. For the first time this year, a Twins pitcher is throwing a pitch with a lead, and it's Pavano on the mound, pitching to Hunter, leading off the 5th inning, and there's strike 1. Fish got a little distracted, and Louis the Loon wins. And strike 2 with Pavano carving up the plate. Hunter with a grounder to short his first time up. And 1-2. Very important bottom of the 4th inning, with the Twins giving up the first run again in the 4th, and the Twins answer this time with a 3 spot.
And this is a big inning for Pavano right here. You'd like to put a 0 on the board. And he gets a strikeout, his 3rd of the game, and gets Torrey Hunter to chase a slider down and away.
Vernon Wells will hit. My guess is going to be Bruce Bochy of the Giants, the longest tenured National League manager. Was, of course, Tony La Russa. And it's Charlie Manuel, the grinder. Trying to figure out how. I guess I always think of Charlie Manuel as an American League manager because he was with the Indians for so long.
Yes, he was. I didn't realize he was there for 8 seasons already.
Here's a soft liner to left, and that'll die in front of Willingham's. So among those managers in the National League who've managed only in the National League, Bruce Bochy is the correct answer. But that honestly.
Well, Bochy managed down in San Diego too, I believe. Did he?
That's what I mean. He's a National League guy.
Yeah.
Wells aboard with a loop
tenure.
single. And here is Callaspo. Hit a fly to left his first time up. Hit well to right center field. Domit is there for out number 2. Callaspo hit that solidly to right center, 2 down. This month marks the 15th anniversary of the Twins' short-lived experiment with wearing red alternate jerseys on Sundays. You can log on to foxsportsnorth.com and read Kelly Beaton's story about ex-Twins memories of the Dairy Queen jerseys. Those didn't go over well. I don't think they lasted more than 2 or 3 Sundays.
Yeah, remember what year that was?
No, it says the 15th anniversary, so you do the California high school math and get back to me in the bottom of the 5th. Sure you were.
1997. I didn't wear a jersey.
To right field and a base hit for Iannetta. And Wells heading for 3rd, and Valencia has to range off the bag to catch Domit's throw. So now 1st and 3rd, 2 down for the number 9 batter, Borges.
Well, Domit's throw up the line, and we talked about, Jamie Carroll off that throw of Pavano on the double play ball or possible out. Right here, Domit comes up, and Wells going from 1st to 3rd. And a good play by Danny Valencia, having to leave the bag. Never anticipate that the throw is going to be right on the mark.
Borges went down swinging his first time up. So as you said, an important inning for Pavano, as he hopes to get his teammates off the field with the lead here in the top of the 5th.
Pavano able to strike out Borges on 3 pitches to end the 3rd inning.
That's hit well to left field. Willingham going back, and it's off the wall. Willingham crashes into the fence. The game will be tied, and Borges is going to 3rd. They're going to wave him in, and he will have an inside the park home run. And the Angels strike back with some big 2-out hits, and now lead it 4-3.
Well, Borges in his speed, he jumped on the first pitch, a ball left up, and just like that, the Angels take a 4-3 lead. guy can fly. You see the fastball right there, almost the pitch that Weaver threw to Willingham. And Willingham goes back. And it's Denard Span that has to come over from center field. Willingham giving chase. And just comes up a little short. And Borges with the speed rounded the bases. Watch this guy fly.
And right there, he hit that higher gear. And bounce to Parmalee. That'll end the inning, but not until the Angels get a 2-out single from Iannetta and an inside the park home run from Borges, and they lead by a run.
Winner's circle for the Minnesota State Lottery, and when you come all the way from Germany to take in your first baseball game, you win these 100 scratch-off tickets, compliments to the Minnesota Lottery. Elizabeth, all the way from Germany, your very first baseball game. Have you tried the bratwurst?
I have, and I'm going to take it home and make a lot of money out of it because it's awesome.
What do you think of the Twins? What do you think of this beautiful ballpark?
It's great. My first and only experience before that is League of Your Own with Tom Hanks, and I don't think it counts.
Well, guys, I hate to disappoint you. Madonna's not here, but we got a great ball game, and Elizabeth right here front and center enjoying her first game all the way from Germany.
Well, they are hereby circled, and enjoy the ball game.
1-0 to Chris Parmalee with the Angels back in front by a run. And Parmalee out in front, swings and misses 1-1. Parmalee got the game's first hit, or the Twins' first hit, with a looping single to right center, and it was the first hit of the game. Angels didn't get their first hit till the fourth inning. 1-2. Parmalee, a couple of hits and 9 at bats on the season, both singles. Very high, 2-2. Weaver used that pitch with some success in the fourth inning. Twins scored 3 runs, but he got 2 strikeouts on pitches that were at the letters or above.
Yeah, one to Justin, one to Danny Valencia.
Wow. A rocket, and Weaver sticks the glove out and catches the liner off the bat of Parmalee. 1 down.
Well, Parmalee hit it right on the button, and Weaver, you can see his reaction. Wow.
Or ow, he may have gotten in the palm of the glove.
Good reaction by Weaver.
The inside the park home run off the bat of Borges, and Denard Span is playing actually in right center field.
Okay, you see how far Span has to go to try to get this ball in, and by the time he got to the ball, Borges was rounding second base, and with his speed, a 3-run inside the park home run.
The Twins hitting Weaver fairly hard here in the middle innings. See what Casilla could do about getting on base. That's foul. Headed for the seats and out of play. 1 strike. Casilla went down swinging in the third. And another foul. 2 strikes. Weaver's older brother Jeff pitched in the big leagues for a while, mainly with the Tigers. Ibar scoops and fires, makes a fine play to retire Casilla. 2 down.
Yeah, you can see two very good defensive shortstops here. Ibar.
This season on Fox Baseball, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Club of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. And to learn more, visit the great features on .org/Fox Sports. We have these special pins, which we are wearing this year.
Yes, we are.
Span squares to bunt, takes a strike.
Yeah, you're wearing the pin. Mine's under my jacket here.
Right. It's the Boys and Girls Club logo, and we're wearing those on Wednesday nights.
Support your Boys and Girls Club.
Span with a walk in the first, a fly ball to left in the third. Bit of a reprieve for Weaver, who was given a run in the fourth. Twins got him for 3 runs, and his teammates gave him 3 runs back. 2 strikes to Span. Next to that guy, Peter Borges. Great speed in center field defensively, and enough speed to get an inside the park home run with a couple of men aboard in the top of the 5th. Breaking pitch in the dirt, 1-2. For Weaver, 70 pitches, 47 strikes.
The Angels did the right thing on signing this guy to a long-term contract last year. Signed to a 5-year contract that'll run through 2016. Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, talking to Mike Scioscia.
Weaver, the report said, kind of trumped his agent and said, look, I want to get this deal done. Let's get this done. Don't want to go into free agency and maybe land someplace else because I enjoy playing at home.
Well, yeah, he's at home. He went to Long Beach State University. Angels' #1 pick back in 2004. He's made a couple all-star teams. Started for the American League last year.
2-2. See, he's working on his landing spot, which is quite a bit different than Carl Pavano's landing spot.
There's Mike Butcher.
2-2 to Span. Fastball got him. So Weaver, given his second lead of the game, answers with a 1-2-3 pitch.
Nice weather for tomorrow's game as the series continues at Target Field. Remember, we go live at 11:30 a.m., but first pitch at 12:10. First pitch temperature 53 degrees under mostly sunny skies and a bit breezy.
Yeah, we can handle that, can't we?
Yes, we can.
We'll be on the air tomorrow for the noon start of this series finale. Ball one to Howie Kendrick. Kendrick reached in a fielder's choice, stole a very important base. He got to second base and ended up coming in on the Pujols single to left. Bouncer to short. Carroll has it. One down.
Fans, go to foxsportnorth.com and click on the Circle Me Bert to submit an email on why your sign should be circled on an upcoming home game and have a chance to visit us up here in the booth. We'll reveal 2 sections the morning before each game. One will be listed on foxsportnorth.com and the other on KFAN-KFAN.com.
Here is Pujols. Popped up near first base. Parmalee. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Kendry Morales.
Well, 3 pitches, 2 quick outs here for Pavano.
78 pitches, 58 strikes for Pavano. Went 9 up, 9 down to start the ball game. The Angels obviously having better success the second time through the order. And now Pavano set down the 3 batters he's faced the third time through. There's a strike. 1-1. Tigers lost their first ball game today. Twins trying to win their first tonight.
Good slider down and in. Yeah, Verlander had a 2-0 lead going into the 9th inning. And
with 1 hit allowed going into the 9th.
Yep, Tampa Bay came back and beat them 4-2.
All 4 runs charged to Verlander, but Jose Valverde was on the mound at the end of that. In the dirt, 2-2. Chop to the right side. Parmalee has it. Pavano there. And a much bigger, a better inning for Pavano in the 6th as the Angels go down 1-2-3. Bauer and Morneau will try to get the Twins even in the bottom of the inning. Jared Weaver with a 1-run lead. Time now for the CenturyLink high-speed pitch.
Yeah, Weaver clocked as high as 92. Pavano at 89. Pavano with 84 pitches in 6 innings.
And while he might occasionally touch 90 miles per hour, I don't know that Carl Pavano is going to be consistently any higher than the upper 80s.
Yep.
Carroll started the 3-run 4th inning with a double down the left field line. He'll lead off the 6th here and take strike 1. First hit of the year, and it was an important one, starting a 3-run inning. Foul back, 2 strikes.
See the pitch count, very good. 50 strikes of the 75 thrown.
One and two.
Almost like he pitches up on purpose, and then he'll go with that hard breaking ball down and away.
That's Ryan Edis set up, and there it is. And Carroll fights it off.
Just change the eye level of that hitter. Go with that high fastball and then try to that little slider or something down and away.
Well, we've shown where his landing foot lands. That's got to do something to his release point, coming from a different, unusual angle, I would think, anyway, to begin with.
Well, the angle's there, but what he's able to do, because he does throw across his body, is still get his arm over the top. At 6'7", does a good job of creating that downward plane.
Carroll sends it high and deep down the left field line. Foul by feet. He's got 1 extra base hit, and he's made a bid for hits right down the line. 3 times they've gone just foul.
Yeah, not a lot of room down that left field line. Vernon Wells, a Gold Glove winner when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays, hustles after it. See the fastball in. Carroll hitting it down the line. Vernon Wells slides and just comes up a little short. You see, not much room between that foul line and the stands.
2-2 to Carroll, trying to get aboard in front of Mauer, Morneau, and Willingham. Close pitch, close to the one that Carroll swung on and missed in the first inning and went down on strikes. And now 3-2. Bounce to the right side, easy play for Kendrick. 1 down. The 2-time defending American League champion Texas Rangers open a series Friday night. The first 20,000 fans will get a 2012 scheduled poster courtesy of the Star Tribune. You can get your tickets for the game on Friday at twinsbaseball.com and of course at 833 Twins. Saturday, Yu Darvish is scheduled to pitch, the Japanese pitching sensation.
Yeah, Texas off to a good start, 4-1 on the year, and currently ahead of Seattle in Texas, 1-0 in the 5th inning.
Strike 1 to Mauer. He drove in a run with a single and then later scored on Willingham's home run. Fly ball center field. And Borges on the edge of the track hauls it in, 2 down. And it'll bring up Morneau.
Yeah, Mauer gave it a ride, but to the deepest part of the field, straightaway center.
Morneau has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging in the 4th inning. Between the Mauer single and the Willingham home run, Morneau chased 2 pitches that were up around the shoulders. Down and away, and a swing and a miss, 1 strike. One and one. outside, 2-1. Curve spun back and over the net, 2-2. Well, the Angels with a very good starting rotation. Dan Herron will go tomorrow. We saw C.J. Wilson, Irvin Santana, the fourth starter right now for the Angels. Very high and away, 3-2. Willingham on deck. Over the Angel dugout and out of play. Laced into right center field. So Morneau's aboard with his first hit of the game. He'll round first and get Willingham to the plate with 2 men out.
Finally got a pitch he could handle down in the strike zone.
Willingham once for the A's and twice already as a Twin, enjoying Target Field.
You see 3 home runs in 17 at-bats here at Target Field. And here in his last at-bat, a big 2-run home run giving the Twins a lead.
I'm guessing Weaver didn't want to give him another belt-high fastball. Breaking ball off the plate.
I remember in Monday's game that C.J. Wilson gave up the home run. His next at-bat, he threw him almost the same pitch, and Willingham hooked it foul.
Nice block by Iannetta, keeping Morneau at first base. 2-0.
2 straight breaking balls here to Willingham. And Iannetta keeping that ball in front of him.
You see Mike Scioscia in the background giving signs to his catcher. Breaking ball, and it hung up there out of the strike zone. 3-0. Doman on deck.
Willingham will have the green light right here if it's a pitch that he likes. Iannetta sitting down and away.
Flip the corner, 3-1.
Pitcher's pitch right there, down and away. .30 fastball. Good pitch.
And a good pitch for Willingham to take.
Yep. And they're going to try to stay away from it. They're not going to make a mistake middle in.
Breaking ball. A swing and a miss, 3-2. Pujols apparently going to hang around first base, and Morneau will be able to leave early.
Yeah, 3-1 breaking ball.
Ripped to the left field corner and deep. Foul. So Willingham got another breaking ball, and he hooked it a little too much.
Well, you know, you sit on that fastball and then you make the adjustment, and that ball, you can see Iannetta wanted it away like the 3-1 pitch. But a good swing right back there by Willingham, but it just hooks foul. Didn't have enough to go out of the ballpark, but may have been able to score more. No.
He'll leave early again on 3-2. Bounce to short. And Ibar sets and fires. The inning ends, and we head to the 7th with the Angels up a run.
the Angels up a run.
Well, Pujols driving in the first run with an RBI single. He got caught in a rundown, but the Twins come back. Joe Mauer with an RBI base hit. That coming in the second inning, and then Josh Willingham making a 3-1 ball game with his third home run of the year. But the Angels, off the bat of Peter Borges, an inside the park 3-run home run for Peter Borges gives the Angels a 4-3 lead.
Torrey Hunter will lead off the Angels seventh against Pavano, 0 for 2, and he takes strike one. Hunter with a bouncer to short and a strikeout in the fifth. To center, and Span goes after the knuckleball and knocks it down. Hunter rounds first, on his way to second. Here's the throw, and Carroll can't handle the short hop, and Hunter's aboard with a leadoff double. Span recovered after his attempt and fired a short hop missile to Carroll, and he couldn't dig it out.
Good effort right here by Denard Span, but Torrey hitting it sharply. Span trying to make a shoestring catch, dives for it, and then a quick throw, and the ball just scoots right past Carroll. Sometimes as a infielder, I'm sure you'd like that ball to come either on the air to you. That little short hop, always tough to handle. Good hustle by Torrey Hunter getting into second base, his first extra base hit of the year.
Vernon Wells takes a strike. Corner infielders up, middle infielders back. And Hunter's still quite capable of stealing a base. Pavano would do well here to keep a close eye on Torrey.
I'm sure he's already been told by the bench, look more than once. Just don't get into that routine of picking them up and then throwing home.
1-1. Wells dropped a single into short left field with one out in the fifth. And it led to the Angels getting the 3 runs back that the Twins scored in the bottom of the fourth. Pulled foul, 1-2. Wells has tried everything. He had a miserable first year with the Angels. Spent a lot of time in the offseason with Chicago Cub hitting coach Rudy Jaramillo, who's considered by many to be a hitting guru, trying to refine his swing. Gray warming up in the Twins bullpen. 1-2. Another bouncer foul.
They're trying to make Wells pull the ball right here, hopefully on the ground, to keep Hunter at second base.
Watches ball 2.
A good changeup, good spot, but Wells is not swinging at it. Pavano with 3 strikeouts in a ball game, no walks.
And the pitch around Hunter's leadoff double. Again, pulled foul. The world's going on in Arlington, Texas. The Rangers beat the Mariners 1-0 last night, and they're leading 1-0 again today. This is at the ballpark in Arlington. There's usually a dozen runs scored there every game.
Good pitching on both sides.
Two and 2 to Wells. Popped up back into the seats. A long battle here between a couple of veterans. Three 2-strike fouls in this battle between Pavano and Wells. 4 two-strike fouls.
Another change up, and Wells just gets a piece of it.
Everybody in that dugout realizes how important this runner is at second base. Twins struggling to score runs. They're down a run. And the veteran Pavano is going to try to strand Hunter on the bases here and keep this game within 1.
You see Casilla in the background right there trying to keep Hunter close to second.
Early in the at-bat, it was Carroll who was trying to keep Hunter close at second, but the Twins have shifted Carroll into the hole a little bit. Of course, leaves a big hole in the right side of the infield between Casilla and Parmelee.
Pavano wants a certain pitch. He has not gotten it yet from Mauer.
High fly to left. Willingham with the catch, and Hunter bluffs the tag. So the long battle won by the pitcher, 1 away.
Yeah, won by Pavano because Hunter cannot advance. So Pavano looked like he wanted a fastball in, got it down and in, and Wells golfed it out to left field, and Hunter has to stay at second.
Callaspo hit a line drive caught by Doman at right center field in the 3-run fifth. Mark Trumbull, their outstanding rookie first baseman last year, has been asked to shift across the diamond to third with the acquisition of Pujols. Trumbo's had some defensive issues with 3 early errors. So in this series, all we've seen at third is Callaspo. That might change tomorrow. Off to second, and Hunter gets back.
Good. I'm glad they did that right there, just to show Torrey that you know, the Twins have that. Little daylight play. We worked on that a little bit on in the instructional on Monday after the ball game. Watch Carroll kind of sneak in behind. Torrey diving back.
And Pavano steps off.
Callaspo, pretty good contact type hitter in his 3rd season with the Angels, coming over from the Royals a couple years ago.
Inside, 2-0. Discussing who's going to follow Pavano and how long they'll go with him. He's up to 96 pitches.
And look at the strike to ball ratio, 70 strikes to 26 balls for Pavano.
And
Ray continuing to loosen up.
Not quite as high a strike percentage for Weaver, but still very good. And a little cat and mouse here between the pitcher and the batter. Now it's Callaspo who steps out.
Yeah, I think it's more cat and mouse between Joe Mauer and Pavano. They're not on the same page right here. Pavano knows what he wants to throw. And
there's a strike.
Yeah. 78-mile-an-hour changeup. Callaspo takes it.
Off the plate, 3-1. It's been a battle. And Pavano wants to not only get Caiaspo, but get the third out and complete 7 innings like he did in Baltimore.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake right here. You do have first base open. Twins down by 1.
Sharply on the ground to Casilla. Hunter will gain third base, but that's out number 2. We'll bring up Iannetta. Hitting the road, you can take the Twins with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv and see every Twins out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit twinsbaseball.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Home territory blackout restrictions apply. So Hunter advances a base, but now with 2 out, Pavano can go after the catcher. Hopefully get him and strand Hunter on the bases. Iannetta pushed a single to right in front of Borges' 3-run inside the park home run. Now a drive to the gap, and it'll make it a 5-3 game. Iannetta with an RBI double and another big 2-out hit for the Angels. Pujols drove in a run in the 4th with a 2-out single. Pair of hits and the 3-run home run with 2 out in the 5th, and now a big double pushing the margin to 2.
I'll tell you what, Pavano had two good battles with Wells and Caiaspo, and the first pitch to Iannetta, he went the other way, and he got the RBI double. Mauer, they're trying to go inside. Iannetta drops the barrel of the bat and hits it the other way. Angels take a 5-3 lead.
Pavano and the Twins falling victim to some big 2-out hits by the Angels.
Yeah, Peter Borges with the inside the park home run, but Pavano, I thought he pitched a good ball game. Got a lot of ground ball outs. Retired the first 9 batters he faced. The force out right there. Good job by Jamie Carroll getting the force out. Pavano with no walks, 3 strikeouts. 101 pitches, 73 for strikes. But he leaves ball game down 5-3.
Down a couple runs, the Twins will turn it over to the bullpen. First out of the chute, Jeff Gray.
Yeah, Gray making his Twins debut here at Target Field in his 3rd ball game. He pitched last on Sunday in Baltimore, 2/3 of an inning.
Little nubber. Valencia's charging, has to get rid of it in a hurry. Nice stretch by Parmalee, and they get Borges to end the inning. But a pair of doubles and another Angel run. It's 5-3.
Baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by McDonald's. Get a freshly brewed cup of premium roast coffee from McDonald's. Any size is just $1. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible.
Angels up by a pair. Ryan Doma will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning against Jared Weaver. And the first pitch wide of the plate, ball 1. Doma, Valencia, and Parmalee. 6, 7, and 8 batters. Bounce to the right side, but foul. Doma 0 for 2. And hoping to start picking up some hits. Multiple hit games. Start driving the ball a little bit. Just a single and a dozen at bats. Ooh. 70-mile-per-hour pitch and a miss someplace. 2-1. Oh, Iannetta caught that right in the middle of the plate.
There you go. I got to circle LaTroy Hawkins. He asked me to be circled. So LaTroy, who's warming up in a bullpen, you are hereby circled.
Whistled foul. Two the count.
Weaver at 99 pitches, 97 pitches in his 8 shutout innings in his opening day start against the Royals.
And now full count. Twins with 5 hits. They bunched 3 of them together in the 4th inning. The big hit, of course, Willingham's home run. And off the end of the bat.
Weaver career high in wins last year, career high in innings pitched with 235 2/3.
Ripped to right, and Doma gets a leadoff base hit here in the 7th. So the leadoff man is on, and Doma battled Weaver. Finally got something he could hook into right field.
Yeah, fastball right there, outer half of the plate. Doma, nice turn on this fastball, lining it into right field for a hit.
And now Valencia. Danny really struggling. Just 1 hit, a single, and 13 at bats. Breaking ball over and strike 1. Fastball up and away. And another fastball off the plate. 2-1. Three good takes for Valencia. He took a breaking ball for strike 1. Might have been looking for a first pitch fastball, but then laid off 2 fastballs just off the plate. And he lays off that pitch. 3-1.
He went to the slider. 3-1. Weaver 1 walk, 7 strikeouts.
So a hitter's count for Valencia.
Think it would be a fastball away. Watch Iannetta right here. So Danny, if he gets it away, take it the other way. Hit it sharply. Oh, one with a changeup.
Wow. And clip the corner to fill the count. And a generous strike zone all night long for both teams. Laced to center. Good at bat for Valencia. He took 5 pitches and ends up singling sharply to center.
Yeah, it looked like it was another changeup, and Danny did put a good swing on this one, picking up his first hit. Doman stops at second base. Well, maybe a little cutter right there, but it stayed up. And Danny taking it right back up the middle.
And Weaver is done with a chance to win the game. The Twins hoping to give him a no decision. A good swing by Valencia. And the Twins have the tying run at first with nobody out. Far 3 runs for the Twins against Jared Weaver, and they're building a threat here in the 7th.
Yeah, Jared Weaver, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, worked all of the strike zone up and down. Breaking ball right there, got Carroll, got Justin. Good fastball in right there, high, hard one. And Justin going down a high fastball as Danny Valencia did. Jared Weaver, 110 pitches in 6+ innings, 70 for strikes. Twins can get him a no decision here.
Isunori Takahashi in his 2nd year with the Angels, and the Twins are going to leave Chris Parmelee in there to take his swings against the lefty.
Yeah, Takahashi with a fastball, very good screwball. We'll mix in a slider and a curveball. Was with the Mets in 2000, signed by the Mets as a free agent out of Japan.
And that screwball might be part of the reason why the Twins are keeping a Parmelee in, a left-handed batter, to face Takahashi. Plouffe, Burrows, and Hughes all capable of playing first base. But the rookie Parmelee stays in a big at bat. 2 on, nobody out. Strike on the outside corner. Parmelee with a single to right. He lined one briskly, crisply, back to the glove of Weaver, leading off the 5th inning. And Parmelee fouls it. 2 strikes. In September of last year and a couple of at-bats this year, Parmelee has fared well against lefties.
Well, you know, if you want Parmelee in the lineup every day and get some at-bats, he has to go through situations like this.
The Twins envision Parmelee eventually hitting in the middle of the lineup. But of course, due to his rookie status and inexperience, he hits 8th here at the start of the season. See what he can get done here with the count 0-2, and Iannetta will go to the mound to talk to his pitcher.
Takahashi, 37 years old, 10 seasons pitcher in Japan before signing with the Mets.
The Yomiuri Giants. Former Yomiuri Giant sitting in the booth next to us. Mr. Gladden. He played in Japan. Everybody set now. Parmalee back in the box with an 0-2 count. Pulled down the line, a base hit. Dolman around third. He's going to score. Valencia to third. They're waving him in. Parmalee to third. The ball still rolling free, and they're going to hold Parmalee at third. A 2-run triple with Hunter having all sorts of trouble in the corner. And Parmalee, with an 0-2 count, comes up with maybe the biggest hit of his young career.
Waited back nicely and hit that ball right down the first base line. And that ball hugged the line down that right field line, right against the wall. It's out of our view right here, but Parmalee went down. You can see that ball rolling into the corner.
Hunter is shaken up after his collision. He tried to pinch that wall and took a terrible tumble into the wall. We couldn't see it with our angle. And Torrey Hunter with a
face first into the padding. They tried to tackle that ball and knock it down, but the ball ended up scooting by him.
And Parmalee held at third. It, I believe, was the center fielder Borges who ended up retrieving the baseball. And by the time Parmalee got to third, the ball had reached the cutoff man.
Watch Steve Little right there, keeping an eye on Parmalee and saying, okay, young man, stay right there. But the Twins do tie the ball game at 5 apiece.
And the Twins have tied it up, a chance to take the lead. Torrey Hunter, thankfully, is okay with Parmalee. A 2-run triple tying the game.
Yeah, Parmalee with his first major league triple knocked in a couple runs to tie the game at 5 apiece. And LaTroy Hawkins making his second appearance for the Angels on the year.
Casilla the batter. Go ahead run at third. Nobody out. Infield in for the Angels here in the 7th. Popped up to short left field. Vernon Wells with the catch. He'll draw a throw, and Casilla is retired on 1 pitch. And that'll bring up Denard Span. From where I was placing the ball when Parmalee got to third base, it looked like, especially given the situation, nobody out, holding up Parmalee was a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
But, my goodness, that might have been the first time in baseball history where there were 2 3-run inside the park homers in one game. There's the Burger King in-game box score.
Well, a lot better than we have seen in the past. Everybody contributing right here. And Span, who's 0 for 3, would like to contribute right here by maybe knocking in Parmalee for the go-ahead run.
Twins came into this game with 6 total runs scored in 4 games. And there's the 6th run of the game right there, 90 feet away. Infield in even closer now with Span at the plate. Strike on the outside corner. In Monday's game, Mike Scioscia, in trying to get an added run, waited until the count was 2-0, and then he dropped down a squeeze bunt, and it worked beautifully. Here, Hawkins gets ahead of Span, 1 strike. High, and Iannetta bluffs to an empty third base position. Callaspo in on the grass.
Nobody. You can see that LaTroy at 39 years old still getting that fastball. That fastball up to 93.
Man trying to turn one around and get it over the infield deep enough to get Parmalee in. Checked his swing, and it's strike 2.
LaTroy pitched for the Twins, signed by the Twins back in 1991. This is his 18th major league season with the Twins from 95 to 2003. Angels, his 9th different major league team to pitch for.
One and 2 to Span. Pulled foul.
They went to the slider inside after fastballs away.
Monday afternoon, the Twins acknowledged the 0-2 team that won a division title. Hawkins a part of that. But beyond that, the 0-2 season, a critical season for LaTroy, because it was in that season that he finally found the role that would allow him to extend his career another 10 years. They tried him as a starter. They tried him as a closer. But his biggest value to the teams he's pitched for has been in this role, a setup guy. High, and it's 2-2. Now, he closed some games in some years subsequent to 0-2, but what has made him so valuable over the years is being able to get big outs in the 7th and 8th inning. He's gotten 1 big out here in the 7th, trying to get another. And Span flips one foul. Looking for his first run batted in of the year. Talked about the Angels starting pitching this year and how good it was last year. Their biggest shortcoming last year was in the bullpen.
Yeah. This type of a situation right here.
And now Hawkins, who got ahead of Span quickly 0-2, is finding out Span can be a pretty tough out.
Seven pitches in this at bat. All of 6 have been fastballs. All at 93. One slider down and in.
And another foul.
And that looked like a breaking ball right there, left up, but Span fouled it straight back. Look at this pitch. Looks like a little cutter. Stayed right there. Perkins warming up for the Twins. So the Twins try to take a lead right here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And another foul. Quite a battle here. Three straight hits to start the inning, including Parmalee's game-tying triple. Got him. Painted the corner. It finally retired. Span for out number 2.
They stayed with that fastball. 10 pitches in this at bat, and he gets the call. Tom Hellion's been calling that pitch all night long. Detroit picks up a big strikeout for the second out of the inning.
So now Carroll, on a night when the Angels have devastated the Twins with clutch 2-out hitting, Carroll trying to deliver the first big 2-out hit for the Twins here tonight. Got his first hit of the season, doubling down the left field line, leading off the 4th. And that outside corner isn't called. Ball 1.
Wow.
It has been the strike call tonight. 1-0 to Carroll. And Carroll delivers the big 2-out hit the Twins were looking for. And the Twins take a 6-5 lead.
Carroll picking up his second hit of the ball game, his second RBI of the year. Good piece of hitting. And that's Jamie Carroll at his finest right there, just taking the pitch the other way. Good 2-out hitting for the Twins.
So Hawkins, who painted the corner to Span, getting the called third strike, saw a fastball tail over the center of the plate. And Carroll drives in the go-ahead run. Here's Mauer. Mauer with an RBI single in 3 trips. So the Twins, who scored just 6 runs in the first 4 games, have 6 on the board tonight. Strike 1 to Mauer.
Chris Parmelee with the big 2-run triple, his first major league triple. Scores the go-ahead run so far.
Mauer goes after a letter-high fastball. Strike 2. Angel bullpen springing a leak here tonight. The first 2 runs charged to Jared Weaver. The go-ahead run charged to Takahashi. And Mauer with a liner to the second baseman. A well-hit ball ends the inning. 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them on a big triple with 2 strikes by Chris Parmelee. Minnesota Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Burger King, the proud sponsor of opening week baseball. Jeff Gray got the final out of the 7th inning, and now the Twins go to Glenn Perkins with Chris Parmalee driving in a couple of big runs to help the Twins cover up a 2-run deficit. Jamie Carroll driving in the go-ahead run, so now Perkins in charge of the 8th inning, protecting a 1-run lead.
Dick, you like to see that right there, especially a team that came in 0-4. Some good hitting here tonight. There's Perkins' numbers. Yet to give up a run in making his 3rd appearance. 3 strikeouts, no walks in 2 2/3 innings.
He'll face Ibar, Kendrick, and Pujols. And Perkins misses the inside corner. Ball 1. Ibar 3 for 9 against Perkins. 1 for 3 in this game. There's the inside corner. Got it again. So 3 times he's tried to bury the ball over the inside corner, and he's hit his spot twice.
Boy, nice one. You could do that with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, too. Nice cool night. That slider just missing down and in.
2-2. Perkins is able to keep his balance and make the play. 1 down. Falling toward the third base dugout. He managed to get right back in line with the rubber and make the catch. 1 down.
Yeah, this ball gets by Perkins. It's probably an infield base hit because Ibar can fly. But instead, Perkins follow through, fields your position, reaches up, and gets the out at first base.
Here's Howie Kendrick. Kendrick with a run scored. He's 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice, stole an awfully big base in the 4th. You can see Valencia trying to cut down any chance of a double down the line. 1-1. Earlier we talked about LaTroy Hawkinson when he was limited to 1 inning's worth of work, whether it was the 9th or the 8th or the 7th inning. They saw an immediate increase in velocity, and that's what the Twins saw last year from Perkins. Slider
right there. Yep.
As a starter, he would be 91, 92, but as a reliever, he's able to let it fly and pitch in the mid-90s.
Just a different mindset.
Got him with a slider. 2 down.
Well, Kendrick doesn't like it, but that's a good pitch right there. Slider, inner half of the plate.
And has been called all night long.
Good pitch. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Significantly, Pujols coming up to the plate here in the 8th inning with the bases empty. How important is it to get Ibar and Kendrick with this guy in a 1-run game hitting 3rd in the inning? Up high, and it's 2-0. Pujols drove in the first run of the game with a 2-out single in the 4th. There's a strike, 2-1. Slider inside, and Pujols swung over the top.
That's a nasty slider, too. Looks like a fastball and then just dips down and in.
Wild, high and away, and it's 3-2. A dangerous hitter in Morales on deck. time called. Ball is free out in the left center field gap. Ball must have bounced free from the Angel bullpen.
You go fastball in, you go back to that nasty slider.
3-2 to Pujols. Tap foul. He just got a piece of the fastball.
Gotta love these matchups right here.
Got him.
Great one tonight. Twins lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Stay with us after the game for Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll talk about an offensive explosion. The Twins have scored as many runs tonight as they did in their first 4 games. Our instructional will put you onto the field, teach you how to do the 1-6-3 double play, and of course, we'll hear the reaction from Ron Gardner. What does he think of his Twins offense tonight? Obviously, guys, still some time to go to get that first win of the season. Maybe the heart of the order here can add some insurance for Matt Capps in the 9th.
Thank you very much, Kevin. With Glenn Perkins setting the side down in order in the 8th, including a strikeout of Albert Pujols. It's a 1-run lead. Matt Capps warming up down in the Twins bullpen. We'll see if the Twins can add on against Jason Isringhausen.
Isringhausen came to spring training, non-roster invitee, made the club out of spring training for the Angels. Isringhausen, a veteran of 16 major league seasons. Had some injuries, a Tommy John surgery, other injuries that has slowed his career a little bit, but here he is, the guy that signed back in '92, out here in 2012.
Check swing strike to Morneau. While Kevin was giving us his little tease about things upcoming, you saw, I think, Ben Revere in the dugout stretching his legs. You can imagine if Morneau reaches here, Revere may pinch run for him. Tap to the right side. Pujols retreats. Isringhausen to the bag, 1 away.
Let's take a look at that pitch by pitch of Glenn Perkins to Pujols. Fastball kind of moves him back a little bit. Tried to go inside. Got a strike right there. And then back inside with that nasty slider. Couple more fastballs high. One inside foul. And then the slider down and in.
So 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th, and Josh Willingham will hit. Willingham with a 2-run home run, his 3rd in this young season for the Twins. And takes strike one. Willingham's home run in the fourth gave the Twins a very brief 3-1 lead. See the Angel outfield playing Willingham very deeply and to pull just a little bit. 1-1.
We're talking about the Angels bullpen last inning, about how this is the part of the ball game that they want to improve. They go out and get LaTroy Hawkins at 39 years old and Piers Isringhausen at 39 years old, trying to add a couple veterans in their bullpen. Isringhausen has 300 major league saves.
This one driven deep to right center field, but Hunter's out there and makes the catch short of the track. So 2 down. Tomorrow the Angels and Twins close out the home opener series at noon. It's a Sports Authority value pack game. You can get a ticket in the U.S. Bank Home Run Porch View section and get a free Schweigert hot dog and Pepsi. Call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Check out all the options for tomorrow afternoon's ball game at Target Field. Matt Capps warming up. See if Ryan Doumit can extend the bottom of the 8th here. Inside, ball one. Doumit got the single in the 7th that started the 3-run inning. Gerald Weaver charged with 5 runs in 6 innings plus of work. Up around the hands. Carl Pavano charged with 5 earned runs in 6 2/3 innings. Two and 0. It'll pop up short right center field. Kendrick getting screwed around. It's the shortstop Ibar making the catch. And Isringhausen has a 1-2-3-8. Matt Capps will try to protect a 1-run lead of the ninth. Chris Parmelee's 2-run triple and later his run scoring the difference in the ball game, with the Twins leading 6-5. And now Matt Capps will be handed his first save opportunity of the season.
Yeah, 2 good innings for the Twins. A 3-run bottom of the 4th and a 3-run bottom of the 7th to give them a 6-5 lead. Capps making his 2nd appearance on the year.
Trying to cut through the middle of the Angel lineup. Morales, Hunter, and Wells. The only Angel hitter who has any substantial history with Caps is Pujols. And Pujols made the final out of the 8th. Morales taking ball 1. 0 for 3. A warning track fly ball to left back in the 4th inning. Half swing. They'll appeal. Did he go? No, and it's 2-0.
Well, unlike Glenn Perkins, Matt Capps has to hit his spots. He's not as overpowering as Perkins. Matt Capps, when he keeps that ball down, very successful.
'93 and a swing and a miss.
He had some injuries last year that he pitched through. Of course, Joe Nathan got most of the saves last year. Capps had 15 of them. But 2 years ago, the Twins went out and got Matt Capps from the Nationals. And with the Twins, he's had 16 saves, 26 for the Nationals. By my California math, that's 42.
Another swing and a miss at a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Capps pitched a cleanup inning here the other day.
I say there's some players with the Twins, Dick, I think that are on a mission this year. Mauer, Morneau, of course, they want to stay healthy. This guy right here, Matt Capps, he wants to get back to that closer role, maintain it throughout the whole year. Joe Nathan, of course, signing with the Texas Rangers.
On one hop to Casilla. One down. Capps re-signing with the Twins in part because he wanted a do-over with the fans. He realized he had a disappointing year last year. Heard the fans' discontent many times here at Target Field coming off the mound. So now his first real test, not on the road, here at home, how he's going to fare in a safe spot. Here is Hunter.
This might be the most important outing for Matt Capps all season long, even though it's game 5.
And he tried to hit that outside corner but missed.
That's where he's at his best, right there down in the strike zone. Excellent control.
Little roller up the middle, and it'll bleed through for a hit. Torrey looked like he hit it right off the end of the bat, and Hunter's going to get another double. Hustled out of the box. The ball nearly died behind second base, and Hunter, even at his advanced age, still a hustler.
Well, you know what? It's the way he comes out of that batter's box. Torrey Hunter hustling down that line, sees that where Denard Spans are playing a deep center field, and he doesn't need Alfredo Griffin to tell him to hustle to second base. He does. Head first slide, gets into scoring position with 1 out.
So the tying run at second, 1 away, and here's Vernon Wells. Capps has been working on a split finger pitch. That either was the splitter or a sinking fastball, and he put it in a great spot, maybe down and out of the strike zone. And Hunter chipped his bat, making contact off the very end of the bat.
You're out as a pitcher, you make good pitches, and sometimes good hitters hit good pitches.
And now Casilla again will be the man in charge of trying to keep Hunter honest at second base. Capps, who fell behind Morales and got him, fell behind Hunter and gave up the double, and now it's 1-0 to Wells. Two hopper to short. Carroll to Parmalee, 2 down. And that'll leave it to Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo 0 for 3. On the season, 1 for 10. falls behind Cayaspo 1-0.
Asking for a new baseball. Nobody keeping Torrey close to second base is the middle of the infield, playing very deep. Carroll and Casilla.
2-0. Yeah, if Hunter wants third base, it looks like the Twins are going to give it to him. And now Casilla is going to come back, circle around the second base bag. Wells, a right-handed batter, and the Twins were able to bring Casilla near second base. Now with the lefty Cayaspo up, they want Casilla at a more conventional spot. And now 3-0. Ioneta's on deck.
Well, again, you have a right-handed hitter on deck, but Ioneta has a couple hits in this ball game. Be very careful right here to Cayaspo. I mentioned his previous at-bat, good contact type hitter.
There's a strike. So now 3-1.
Well, you have to be a different breed to be a closer, I'll tell you. Fans are on their feet. They want this final out.
3-1 to Cayaspo. 3-2.
Went inside with a fastball.
Full count to Cayaspo. Popped up behind third. That wasn't so hard, was it?
Oh. Why is my heart racing?
The Twins get in the win column, and Caps gets the save. Some big hits. And the Angels, who scored all their runs on two out hits, end up getting beaten by the biggest two-out hit of the game.
Jamie Carroll, couple hits in the ball game, a double, finally getting a hit in a Twins uniform, and then the game-winning hit for Jamie Carroll. He is our Jimmy John's delivery of the game.
So now, Anthony LaPanta, we can say this. Tomorrow the Twins will play a noon game, and they've got a chance to win the series.
Amazing how different it feels 3 hours after the Twins were hitting the field as a winless team. We'll show you how they exploded offensively against maybe the best pitcher they've faced this year. We'll have an instructional on the 163 and hear from Gardy next on Twins Live.